Helen Yee here with Eyes on the Game, and joining me here in Philadelphia right after their win over the Pelicans, I have starting point guard, of course, Ish Smith. How are you doing?
Good. How about you? You good?
I'm doing good. You seem excited over, is it the win or the fact that the season is coming to an end?
I'm a little disappointed the season's coming to an end, but I am excited about the win tonight. We needed one. Obviously we knew it was at stake, man, like one of the record-wise, one of the worst teams if we didn't get another win down the stretch. So it feels good to get a win. I think everybody's kind of relief. It's a release, but for me, you never want the season to end because this is a time where the really good teams, it's playoff times, and they're pushing towards that. So.
Well, speaking of the season wrapping up as well as the playoffs for the top teams, you're a free agent this summer. Where do you see yourself going, or where do you want to go? Any plans so far?
Well, first of all, I'd love to be back here, but you know how it goes. It's a business. As pure as basketball is, and as much as we just love to play the game, it is a business, and that's something I'm gonna, get on my knees and pray about and ask God to give me the right direction. But for the most part, I'm gonna just enjoy this summer, work hard, get better at what I need to get better at, and try to take that next step. Wherever I'm at.
Now, you've mentioned in interviews before that you're not too surprised, or nothing really surprises you about this sport because, for example, last season, the 76ers didn't re-sign you. Has someone really been a good mentor for you to give you advice for this?
It's my parents. It's 100% my parents. I know a lot of people say specific people are their mentors, specific players. And I don't mind being that role model to specific people and specific guys and girls who watch me play or different things like that. But my parents did a great job of raising me and my, two older sisters and my younger brother. And those are my role models. And those are the reason why, they shape me and different things. But for the most part, nothing surprises me because not even about the sport and what I've been through, life. You never know what happens, the next move and different things like that. So you got to always be prepared, always be optimistic. And for me, it just has always worked. But based upon my career, nothing surprises me. That's why I kind of enjoy the journey. Like, I kind of enjoy the process. And at the end of the road, when people see him, be like, wow, I don't know how you got there. It's just a part of the process, and you kind of enjoy it.
Absolutely. And you mentioned the journey, 9 teams within 6 years.
I thought it was 25.
You know what? Hey, give it one more year. I'm just kidding. Well, for guys like Christian Wood, who are in similar shoes, what advice would you give someone like him?
Just keep working. People see the, finished product when you're out there playing and different things like that. But like I said before, the process is what's the most fun. Like, working in those gyms, lifting during the summer, constantly pushing yourself to exhaustion, getting ready for a full 82 season and getting ready for that opportunity. So when that opportunity comes, you can take full advantage of it. For me, it was last year when I came here, and it was again in New Orleans when I was here. And I just kind of continued to play well throughout this whole season. And, but for me, it was the process. Like when I was in Orlando and it was my third team in my second year, just working late nights, or when I was in Oklahoma City, working late nights or working during the day. That's the process. You just got to continue to push and press, and when that opportunity comes, you got to take full advantage of it.
Well, you're a great point guard, and since you've been back with the Sixers, I mean, they've been doing a lot better than they have before. But speaking of another great point guard of the 76ers, Allen Iverson, of course, he was elected into the Basketball Hall of Fame. What are your thoughts on his induction?
I'm excited and happy for AI. One thing about Allen Iverson, though, he used to always say, I'm not a point guard. Don't put no position on me. I'm a player. And he embodied the city of Philadelphia. The city of Philadelphia is tough, hard-nosed, and every night he gave him 110%. Whether he played well or not, he gave his whole heart, and he played like it was his last. And so he kind of transcended and changed, and was basically a global icon. And he was fun to watch. He was, I cut up a sock and put it on my arm when I was growing up, and go outside and kind of played the way he played. And, during that time it was like N1 mixtape and all that stuff. So he was great for the game. And, I'm just happy for him to, get inducted along with the other guys who got inducted.
Absolutely. Now, I'm sure he's one of the guys that you looked up to, but who were a few other idols that you had growing up?
Well, in my position, well, obviously everybody loved Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan was numero uno, but Isaiah Thomas at the point guard position he did it for me as far as playing the game. Him and Muggsy Bogues, those guys. Muggsy Bogues he knew how to run the team and different things like that, but I didn't know if I was going to grow or not. So I was like, Muggsy gives us all hope. And little guys all hope. And Isaiah Thomas, just the way he handled the ball, the flair he played, the way he kind of just played with a different kind of confidence and swagger and a toughness. But Isaiah Thomas was, at the point guard position, my favorite.
Villanova, this is something I want to cover. Were you excited? I know you're from North Carolina, but were you excited about their win?
No, I was. I was happy. Well, first and foremost, I'm an ACC guy, so, you wanted Carolina to, do whatever, but I went to Wake Forest. So they didn't win. They ain't Wake Forest, so it don't matter. Don't make me know, never mind. But for me, though, honestly, for Philadelphia, the fans, I think it was good. We struggled a little bit this year. The Eagles struggled a little bit this year. The Flyers, have opportunity to get into the playoffs. But for Nova to win a championship, I'm happy for the city, for them to kind of embrace that and take that on. And, if I'm here, Lord willing, on down the road, we can bring them a championship to this city. But I'm happy for the city. I'm happy for Nova. It was a great win. They were underdogs. And, me being 6'1", I always cheer for the underdogs.
And that buzzer beater, literally.
Yeah, that was fun. That was, that probably was one of the better national championships I've seen in a long time. And that's all I wanted. I just wanted a good game, and it turned out to be an unbelievable game.
Now, speaking of being from North Carolina, also Steph Curry, another guy, and I know you guys played together in AAU on the same team, Charlotte Stars. His career, obviously this year, MVP worthy, breaking a lot of records. What are your thoughts since you've played with him? I'm
happy for him. I remember talking to him when we was out in San Francisco, and I said, man, did you ever think we would be here? We were the last guys that you would ever thought. We had guys on our team. Stephen was always, one of the best shooters, and I was always the fastest. But, we weren't big in stature. We weren't strong, none of those things. And we played with guys that were, so much better than us at the time. And then we talked to each other. We was like, did you ever think we would be here? And I'm proud of him and what he's doing. He's just playing at a different level, and he's playing with a different confidence. I'm happy for him. I'm excited for him. Back-to-back MVPs. If you ask me, I think he's going to win it again this year. And the guy's got a chance to win the, championship again. So I'm happy for his success. And hopefully I can hold up my end of the bargain when it comes to the Charlotte Stars.
With the season wrapping up for you guys, what are you looking forward to most in the offseason?
First and foremost, I'm a family man. I love my family. I spend a lot of time with them. And so for me, it's just kind of relaxing, unwinding. It's been a long season for me. This is the first season I think I played 82 games, all 82 games, and logged up as many minutes as I had. But for me, it's also the process again, getting better at, the success I've had this year on a lot of things that I want to get better at and take my game to the next level. So I'm going to obviously relax, have fun with my family, my girlfriend, my friends, and when it's time to go to work, it's time to go to work so I can take that next level. And so this summer should be fun. Free agency should be fun. It wasn't as fun as I thought it was going to be last year, but again, I'm optimistic about this year.
Las Vegas, being born and raised in that city, and we don't have a pro team, or not yet.
Gambling is legal there, so they have to probably take, gambling away. And if they do that, yeah, absolutely. One thing about, Vegas as a city, it really embraces its teams. The Running Rebels and UNLV, that's pretty much their pro team right now, and they support them. And so if they did, obviously, not, if they took gambling away and took the legalization from it, then I easily can see it going there. I know the All-Star game was there, and I heard it was an unbelievable turnout. I was in college at the time, but I heard it was a great turnout, and I think, the city would embrace it, and it'd be great for them.
Now, lastly, for your fans and supporters, do you have any words for them?
Thanks for the support through these last, 4 or 5. I think this is my 6th year, and all the different teams, for people who, seen me play, whether I was in Houston my rookie year or, in Oklahoma City. Thank you for the support, and I'm going to put 100% out there and play my best. And hopefully, you can be proud of watching me play.
And I'm sure they're excited and anxious to follow you and your next move, whether you stay or go to another team this summer. Thank you so much for your time. And once again, congratulations on the win tonight.
Thank you so much.